What if I told you scientists once attached a second head to a living animal and made it survive? It sounds like something straight out of a horror movie, but in the 1950s, a Soviet surgeon actually did it. For a brief, shocking time, one creature had 2 heads, 2 mouths, and 2 brains, both alive and conscious. This is the unbelievable and disturbing story of the two-headed dog experiment. During the Cold War, the scientific race between the Soviet Union and the West was intense. The Soviets were determined to lead the world in medical innovation, and one of their most ambitious researchers was Vladimir Demikhov, a true pioneer in transplant surgery. Demikhov had a radical vision. He believed that one day, doctors could transplant organs between humans to save lives. But to prove his theory, he had to perform experiments that would push the boundaries of science and ethics. In 1954, Demikhov unveiled his most shocking creation. He surgically attached the head and upper body of a small dog onto the neck of a larger dog. The resulting creature had 2 heads, 2 brains, 2 mouths, and 2 sets of front legs. Both heads were connected to the host dog's circulatory system, and incredibly, both were alive. The smaller head could move its eyes, lick milk from a bowl, and react to sounds and touch. For a short time, 2 minds existed in one body, but this bizarre creation was extremely fragile. Most of the 2-headed dogs survived for only a few days. The primary challenge was immune rejection, where the host body's immune system attacks the foreign tissue. At the time, modern anti-rejection drugs didn't exist, so the body's natural defense system was the ultimate enemy. The longest surviving 2-headed dog reportedly lived for 29 days before succumbing to complications. When footage of the experiment was shown around the world, the reaction was a mix of horror and awe. Many were repulsed by what they saw, calling it cruel and unethical. Animal rights activists still point to these experiments as an example of extreme and unnecessary suffering in the name of science. And it's hard to disagree. The images are deeply unsettling. However, some scientists were astounded by Demikhov's surgical skill. See, Demikhov's goal wasn't to create a monster. He wanted to solve the fundamental problems of transplantation. He proved that it was possible for transplanted organs to remain alive and functional, and that complex blood circulation could be established between 2 different bodies. His work directly influenced surgeons like Christian Barnard, who performed the world's first successful human heart transplant in 1967. Barnard even visited Demikhov's lab twice, learning from his groundbreaking techniques. Today, strict ethical guidelines prevent such experiments from ever happening again. But Demikhov's controversial work, as disturbing as it was, laid some of the earliest foundations for modern organ transplantation. Every year, thousands of lives are saved through heart, lung, and kidney transplants procedures that were once considered science fiction. The story of the 2-headed dog forces us to confront a difficult question. What is the cost of medical progress? Was Demikhov a mad scientist or a visionary pioneer? History is still debating the answer. But one thing is for sure, it remains one of the strangest and most controversial stories in the history of medicine. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as I did, make sure to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden corners of history. See you next time.